The lavender on her skin. This is an audio horror story for adults. A quiet, cheating revenge story you can listen to while you fall asleep. If you're in bed right now, just breathe slow. And think about the one scent that means home to you. In this bedtime horror story, that scent remembers what you did, and the house is built to help it fight back. Marcus always said he could find Amara in a crowd with his eyes closed. "Lavender," he'd murmur, pressing his face into her neck. "I don't care where we are. I just follow this." He was the one who bought it for her in the first place, a tiny, dark bottle from a Ward-line apothecary kiosk that had popped up in the mall. The clerk had smiled too wide. "Signature scent pairing," she'd said. "Our oils bond better in Emerson bioadaptive homes. The walls learn you." Marcus thought that sounded cool as hell. They moved into a small house built with Emerson mood-sensing materials, a selling point in the brochure. The paint adjusted to lighting. The vents tracked pollen and dust. The Emerson Home app on his phone let him see real-time emotional comfort metrics. "See?" he'd told Amara, waving his phone. "We're not just moving in, we're sinking." Back then, it just meant the place smelled like lavender and laughter. The first wrong scent showed up on a Thursday, Sheets Day. Amara stripped the bed, humming, sunlight painting stripes across the mattress. She grabbed his pillow last, fingers hooked in the case. She pressed it to her face out of habit. Detergent. His skin. Underneath that, something sharp and sugary. Too bright, too young. Not lavender. Not hers. "No," she whispered. "No, that's nothing." She tossed the pillowcase into the hamper and straightened up, jaw tight. Her phone buzzed on the nightstand. Emerson Home Alert. New volatile compound detected. Floral/synthetic. Source: bedroom, side B. She stared at the screen. "Side B," she muttered. "Your side." She cleared the alert and washed the linens twice. When she brought them back, she paused in the doorway, dabbed Ward-line lavender on her wrists and dragged them slowly along the frame. "Mine," she said. "Not hers. Learn the difference." The painted Emerson walls stayed silent, but the app quietly added a new line to her scent profile. The second wrong scent didn't bother hiding. He came in late, key fumbling, shoulders hunched. The stove clock glowed 1:56 a.m. "Hey," he said, seeing her at the table. "Didn't think you'd still be up." The perfume hit her from the doorway, thick, musky, clinging to his shirt like a handprint. She kept her voice even. "You're late," she said. "Yeah, staff meeting went long," he said. "Then I missed the—" "Come here." He hesitated half a heartbeat, then leaned down to kiss her cheek. Up close, the other woman's scent crawled into her nose, pushing against the ghost of lavender that still lived in his skin from years of loving her. Two signatures fighting over one body. "You smell different," Amara murmured. He laughed too quickly. "This lady on the train was basically bathing in body spray, swear to God. I've got a migraine." He shrugged his jacket off, dropped it on the chair by the door. The air around it brightened with that cheap sweetness. On the counter, Amara's phone lit up again. Emerson Home, air quality, unrecognized profile overlapping with primary scent, Amara, lavender, status, distressed. Marcus didn't see it. He was already heading to the shower. Amara picked up his jacket with 2 fingers, carried it to the hall closet, and pushed it as far back as it would go. She set the nearly full Ward-line bottle on the shelf above it. "She doesn't live here," she told the walls. "I do." The app pinged once more, very quietly. Scent priority updated. Lavender. Protective. The saturation started the next morning. Amara ran a bath and sealed the bathroom door with a towel. The Emerson vent in the ceiling hummed as it sampled the steam. She uncapped the lavender oil, half a bottle left. She had always used it sparingly before. Today, she poured it all in. Lavender exploded into the room, thick and sweet, coating the mirror, the tile, her lungs. The Emerson vent whirred faster, tiny green light flickering. On the counter, Marcus's phone, left behind for once, buzzed. Emerson home. Air metrics. Lavender saturation. 78%. 84%. 93%. Amara sank into the water. Oil slicked over her skin like a second body, sliding into every crease, every scar. She ducked under, held her breath until her chest burned, then burst up, gasping. She stepped out without rinsing. Dripping, she walked the house barefoot, leaving invisible footprints of lavender in every Emerson-tracked room. The hallway. The doorway he always leaned against. The indentation on his side of the bed. The app finished its little calculation. Primary scent locked. Lavender. Defensive mode enabled. Marcus smelled it before he touched the door. He opened it and flinched. Whoa! Lavender hit him like he'd walked into a wall of steam. His eyes watered instantly. "In here," Amara called from the bedroom. Her voice sounded almost bored. He walked down the hall. With each step, the scent thickened, knitting itself into his throat. The Emerson motion sensors over the baseboards ticked little green dots as he passed. He stopped in the doorway, already blinking hard. "Damn, babe. This is intense." She sat on the bed, hands folded. "Do you like it?" she asked. "You know, He broke off, coughing. The word love stuck somewhere between his chest and mouth. His throat felt like it was being gripped from the inside. He staggered back, gasping. Amara watched him calmly. "You never had a problem with it before," she said. His phone buzzed in his pocket. He fumbled it out with watering eyes. Emerson home. Air quality. Lavender saturation. 100%. Status. Defensive. Target. Scent conflict. Male/bedroom side B. "What the?" he wheezed. The notification disappeared. The app reset to a smiling blue home icon. He stumbled to the kitchen sink, coughing until black dots popped at the edge of his vision. The air there was still heavy, but it didn't claw as hard. "It's an allergy," he croaked later when she suggested he see a doctor. "Sure," she said. "An allergy." The walls hummed quietly like something mechanical was satisfied. The escape attempt came a week later. When Amara was out, Marcus packed. A duffel by the bed, a jacket that didn't live in the closet of cheap perfume. He grabbed his phone, checked the app. Emerson home. Status? Stable. Household occupants? 1. He opened the front door. Lavender slammed into his face, a hard, invisible shove. He choked. His throat locked, his eyes flooded. He dropped the bag and clawed at his neck. The app buzzed in his hand. Sudden scent shift detected. Entryway. Lavender saturation, 100%. Mode, defensive. Containment. He stumbled backward, away from the door. After 3 steps, the grip on his lungs loosened just enough for him to drag in a shred of air. He collapsed against the wall, sliding down to sit on the Emerson-painted baseboard. The phone screen flickered once. The warning vanished. Just that blue home icon again. He stared at it, chest heaving. "You can't be serious," he rasped to the empty air. The vent above him clicked softly as if adjusting. By the time Amara came home, the duffel was still by the door. Marcus was still on the floor. She stepped around the bag and looked down at him. "You tried to leave," she said. He didn't answer out loud. His red, streaming eyes did it for him. "You're the one who linked my scent to this place," she said. "You're the one who wanted the walls to learn me." She tapped his phone screen. The Emerson app opened to his comfort dashboard, showing a stylized outline of the house. Every room was shaded soft purple. In tiny letters at the bottom, primary scent, Amara. Lavender. Protocol, protective, active. She turned the screen so he could see. "Looks like it understands who hurt what it's supposed to protect," she said. He tried to say, "I'm sorry." The lavender swelled in his throat, squeezing the word into a ragged cough. The app pinged one last time. Voice output restricted. Subject, scent conflict. Amara glanced up at the ceiling. "He can still breathe," she told the house. "Just not comfortably." The vents hummed in agreement. Marcus sucked in a shallow, burning breath that tasted like crushed purple flowers and regret. The thing he loved most on her skin had finally started loving her back. And in a house built to listen, that love had teeth.
Thank you for listening to The Storyteller's Moon. If this story touched you, scared you, or kept you on the edge of your seat, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps the stories alive, and I can't wait to share the next one with you under the moonlight. Until then, may your nights be safe and your dreams unforgettable.